A 2-year-old girl in Coweta County is facing the fight of her life. She has an extremely rare form of ovarian cancer.
Yeah, typically you think of ovarian cancer developing in adults, but there is a handful of cases that affects children. Adam Harding is here now with more on that. Adam.
Good morning to the both of you. This girl's family is giving us an up-close look at her battle. They took us along with them as she underwent some treatments, and they quickly learned that the community is stepping up to help in any way possible.
8-year-old Jamie has gotten pretty good at folding paper airplanes. He's been selling them from his driveway.
But airplanes, planes for sale, 50 cents.
Also, he could raise money.
So we have to play the racing game.
For a little girl he never met.
Do this.
2-year-old McKenna
She
Shea,
doesn't know how to.
better known as
I'll
Kenny,
show you Kenny's play.
would rather play games with her two big brothers. Instead today, it's time for a haircut.
No more ouchies.
The first sign her cancer
She's a princess.
has crept in.
She doesn't know that she has cancer.
Without any hair.
The bigger part is explaining it to her brothers, watching their sister go through this, or having to explain to them why she had to get her hair shaved and why she can't play with them all the time.
Kenny is in the middle of 8 rounds of chemo.
What are you watching today? Are you watching Moana?
The nurses at the hospital have learned her routines by
All
now,
right, my dear. You got a tubie hiding there somewhere?
and she's learned theirs.
There. Medicine, that's right.
All Mom and Dad can do
We just take it
is sit by her side.
one day at a time.
Kenny has a rare form of ovarian cancer. It's almost unheard of in children this young.
It is so rare, though, that what we've had to do is reach out to other people in the country and other people around the world to study it adequately.
Her family never saw this diagnosis coming. She had a stomach ache around Valentine's Day. Within a week, her treatments were
It
beginning.
was heartbreaking at the time. It was how does she have a tumor? Like, where did it come from? When? How long has it been there? All those
How
questions.
does this happen? Like,
Yeah.
and you never expect it to happen to you or your baby.
Megan Zidius and her husband Michael are now left with the impossible task of explaining cancer to a 2-year-old. They're holding it together, struggling at times.
Our world got completely turned upside down. Come here.
But they're here for Kenny.
Isn't she beautiful?
Looks good.
The burden's on us instead of her, which is, at least, if we can't have it instead of her, at least we can try and shoulder some of that for her.
And they are far from alone in this fight.
So I'll help them feel better.
Just ask little Jamie, who raised about $20 to show he's here too. And he finally met the little girl he so badly wanted to help. Friendship and support in the worst of times.
$20, it goes a long way, especially when you're 8 years old. Every dollar helps, and it's just the thought that matters. Kenny's parents recently posted an update online that Kenny will go for an additional scan in early June. They'll then meet with the oncologist. The hope here is that on that day, she will be able to ring the bell, which is a sign, Gravir and Tracy, that her cancer treatments could be coming to an end.
Yeah, we hope that's the case.
Yeah.
And you know, the mom said it very true that you never expect it to happen to you. You see everyone else's story and you're like, it just won't happen to us.
How could it happen?
Especially
to
a
2-year-old.
little 2-year-old, because, yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
sad. Beautiful little child, and the
she
the
is.
family is really holding it together, and the community is really stepping up to help.
And I think
them
that
in
makes a
this
big
difficult time.
difference. It takes a village.
It
Thank you,
does.
Adam.